Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. So we are going to start with the lab sessions, and I want you to prepare with a pen and pencil with a paper. Regardless, it can be an underline because it would be easier for you to do the drawings. Okay, and with the rulers to make it easier for you to do the timing diagram. Okay, now let me share with the questions that we have so far. Okay, not this one. mm, yeah, that this one. Okay, make sure you have download the lab 4. Okay, so what you're going to do is the lab exercise. I'm going to brief a little bit what of the questions that they were asking you so that you should be able to answer it. Okay. Now, for questions 1, determine the output X for a 2-input AND gate with the input waveform shown in figure 1, and then show the proper relationship of output to input with the timing diagram. So I will show you the way you want to answer it for the questions 1, but then you have to answer on your own for the questions 2. So in this case, question 1 is only for a reference for you. Okay. Now for this questions 1, what you need to do is that understand the what type of functions that we need to do for this timing diagram. So you were given an input uh, timing diagram, so A and B here, and then know that what type of gate that we are using at the moment, the questions that was given to you, and then okay, I hope you can see this. Now this is what the timing diagram that I have copied on from the questions. Okay, so what you need to do is that determine the input and then the output. Okay, A and B, right? And then so please make sure that you understand what are the functions for this. So just write x is equal to A dot B. So knowing that what type of functions for this, you should be able to write the truth table. Okay, you can just write the truth table, and then what will be the x if you were given A dot B, right? So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and then 1, 1. So for the function n, okay, only the state is 1, then the output will become 1, the rest will become 0. Just understand when does the output will become 1, then you should be able to build up the truth table, right? Now, the next part is that I stretch the line, okay, create a line for the timing diagram because I need to draw the output for the x, right? So just write x here. Okay, and then okay, I'll use the red color to show my my output. Now here is a 0. Okay, this is a 0, and then this is a 0, and then this is 1, this is 1. So to know the indicator, understand? Now for the first initial, okay, it start with 0, 0, so I'll stretch 0 there. And then this one is a 0 again. So anytime there's a input 0, then the output will become 0. And then this one become 1. This one become 1. So we go up, and then like that. Now this will become 0. So again, we go down. Okay. Now this will become 0, 0 again. So we go straight. Okay. And then this one will become 0 again. We go straight 0. And then this one will become 1 and 1. So go up, and then this will become 0. So we go down, and then go down, go down. Just like that. Okay. So that is for the timing diagram. Most of the time, you need to know what is the functions, what is the truth table. Once you have the functions, then build up the truth table. Okay, after that, then you can draw the timing diagram. So basically, it's the same thing for the question B2. So now you need to answer for the question 2. Okay, for your submission, the assessment is the one that you will done on your own. So we'll consider question 2 to be part of your assessment. And then question 3A, so write the Boolean expression for each of the following logic circuit. This can comes out from the objective question. So they can also comes out from the objective questions, and they will give you some multiple of answers that you need to determine which one is the correct one. So the only thing that you can do is that you take up this figure, and then I've copied this one. Okay, what I do is that, okay, what you need to do is to determine what type of functions. Okay, so this one, remember the symbol. This is a and. Okay, it's a dot. This one is a plus. After that, okay, know that what type of input. So this is AB, means that A dot B. Anytime after the gate, you write the input, write the output. Okay, write the output result. After that, okay, combine again with another gate. So because this gate is OR, so what you need to do is that to combine it using an OR logic. So here it means that this is the end. So you can just write equal, and then AB with the silent end, and then plus with C, like that. Okay. Now, if you don't understand, you tell me. I can repeat it back to you. Okay. Now, go back to the questions. Okay. So the same thing happened for the B and C. So what you need to do, remember, and tick, put a notes there. What you need to answer is B and C. Okay. So A has been answered for you. Now B and C, the same things apply. After the output, okay, after the write the output after each of the gate. Okay, so for this kind of thing, after the gate not, after the gate end, after the gate not. Okay, so do that. Okay, and then lastly put an equal after the x, then you will have the correct answers. Okay, but sometimes I'm not sure, but maybe they will ask you, okay, if I gave you this kind of expression, they are not similar. They are not similar, but because you have learned about expressions, simplifications, okay, means that you need to find out, is it similar or does it have the same output? So as I have teach you before, if they don't have the same expression, then what you need to do is that you test based on truth table. If they are using or displaying the output or the result using they have the same result, the same output, then that's the expression that is the correct for you. Why I'm saying this is because of during the midterm, they will give you a harder questions. Okay, so that's the gist of it. So the tricks that they may come out, if they don't have the similar expression, then you just need to test what will be the truth table for each of the expression. Okay, next. Question 4. Draw the logic circuit represented by each of the expression. This one should be easier for you. Okay. Especially for B. Okay, especially for B, it's quite very easy. Okay, why? It's saying that ABD and then plus C bar. So you know what kind of expression or what kind of gate that can be represented using this. Okay, after that, okay, oh, hold on. Okay, for this expression, okay, now for this expression for B, it should be easier. It's just that you can just represent gate N with a 3 input. Yes, you can. Previously, what you can see is like 2 gates, right? A 2 input in 1 gate N or 1 gate OR. But in actual fact, yes, you can use 3 input, 4 inputs towards gate N or gate OR. Yes, they can. Right? Now, this one will be your assessment, but this one will be a little bit different. So I'll teach you for this question. Oh, tak ada. Okay, hold on. Okay, now for okay, so it was asking you x is equal to AB plus AB bar, okay? So what does it mean for this? It means that the full expression is not. So remember, you have A and then you have B, okay, based on the input. You only have AB. If it's B, then you look how many input do you have. So that's how many line do you need. Although they have one is AB, one is AB full bar, the fact is that there's only two input, right? So you just need to combine two. Okay, now for AB, okay, I would put it like this and then put an N. Okay, now this should become AB. Okay, this should become AB. Now, what I need is another AB full bar. So means that I can put a not after that, but I need to combine it. Remember, there's a plus there. Okay, so the plus is the last one. So look at the degree of priority. Degree of priority means that which one starts first. So which one starts first? Actually, it's not, and then N, and then lastly or. But in this case, and here start first because of not here, okay, is executed after the silent N on A dot B. Okay, remember that? Now we start with N and then put a dot, okay, like this. Okay, so put a not at the front. Okay, what will happen after you put a not at the front? It will become AB full bar. Okay, because previously this is a AB. Now if we put a not at the front, now this will become a not. Okay, AB full bar, not AB A bar and then end with B bar. This is different. Okay, don't ever do that. So now, because we have these two expressions, we have AB and AB full bar. Now we can OR it together. Okay, now this can be stretched and then you put an OR gate. Now this is your X. Okay, forgive my drawing because of my drawing box is not that good. Right? Now this is my expression. Yes, this is my logic circuit. So the same thing happened for this one. Find the input. How many input do we have? And then you can draw it. You might want to question me, oh, okay, madam, can we use a C bar at the start? Some of the manufacturing, yes, they can start with the C bar, but for the sake of question, please start with C. And then how do we want to get the C bar? So they just want to see the logic gates. Okay, what type of logic gate that we need to apply to have the C bar? Okay, so please do that. So your assessment will be 4B. Okay, continue with the 4B because I have draw for the 4A. Yes, you can draw the 4A to do some reference and then to remember how do we do that. Because sometimes the questions will come out like 4A and some of the question will come out at 4B. Okay, much more difficult. So let's do the 4B as for your assessment. Okay. Now for the question 5, draw a logic circuit for the case where the output hole is high only if the input load is low and the input ready is high. The wording is quite complicated, but the essence is that just understand. What does it mean? Okay, it asks you to draw the logic circuit, but you need to have the expression, right? Now determine the output. Okay, output is whole. Okay, so now output is whole. if let's say you want to use a variable. Okay, you want to use a variable, but this case they use a word. They use a word whole. So let's say you want to represent it using a char, a character. So you can just write whole is equal to h. Can also. Okay, make it easier for you to remember. Now, whole is high only if the input. Now, we determine what type of expression that will give you high. What is high? 1. So now we want to know if what are the inputs that will come out if the combination, if they have some combination that will give a high output. So we have input, determine the input first. Now load. Okay, load can be represented as L. But if they have the same expression, the same variable with the same names, means that you need to give another variable. Okay, but in this case, we are lucky. They just use L as a for load. And then another input is ready. Okay, ready is equal to high. So ready, we will use R. So it says here, H will become high. Okay, H will become 1 if, okay, we said that load, okay, is low. Load is 0. Okay, if load is 0, and then it says end. Look at the end here, means that you need to put end. And ready is high, 1. So how do we represent 0 for that variable? So you can say H, okay, as a normal H, 1 is normal. And then if it's a 0, we use a bar at the top. L bar and R. Now, we have the expression now, right? Once you have the expression, then you can draw the circuit. Okay, so this one, okay, just remember how to extract the information. Just remember, extract the information. What's the output? What's the input? Okay, and then what's the lowdown? What is the relationship? So load is low, means L bar, load bar, and then end. Okay, end means here. What's the expression? Or either. You say either or. If you say or, means the expression is or lah. Okay. So and then next is the logic circuit. So draw the logic circuit. Please continue these questions. Okay, I'll consider this as a part of your assessment also. It's because of the midterm can be the subjective question can be like this. Okay. Now next is construct a truth table for. I hope you can see my screen. Now construct a truth table for each of the following Boolean expressions. Okay. Now we have x is equal to a plus b plus c. This one should be easier. Okay, just determine what are the inputs. Determine what are the inputs, and then okay, you draw the circuits. Sorry, you draw the truth table. So in this case, let me go to my tak ada. Hold on. Okay. So mana tadi soalan tu? Okay. Now I'll give you the lowdown or the trick and tricks. Now what you can do. Okay. Now let me insert page break in the next page. Let me do that on for the next page. Now this is the questions for construct a truth table for each of the following Boolean expression. So for each of the input, how many input do we have? Then you write the input A, B, C. Regardless if it's a B bar, C bar, A bar, you just know what's the normal input. Now we have the 3 inputs and then, okay, write the combination. Start with 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then 0, 1, 0, and then 0, 1, 1. 1, 0, 0, and then continue. Okay. Now, once you have write the combination 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and then 1, 1, 1. Now, let's stretch it down. Now, once you have the input, okay, so you need to look at the expression. If it's easier for you to add it, to do some expression, to do the operation, then you can just continue. For A here, it's quite straightforward because it's a logical addition, right? So you can just write X is equal to A plus B plus C. Should be easier for you. You can just add 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0 plus 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 plus 0, then you should get the output. But, okay, there's a but here. Where's my draw? Now, for the second question is quite tricky. Okay. If you are a newbie, you are not so proficient in understanding the logic, please start with the easiest one. We divide it into several portions. So in this case, we have a knot there, right? Now start with the A bar and then put a column and then B bar. Okay, draw the column and then put a bar and then C bar like that. Okay. Now, kenapa lah mouse aku ni macam ni juga? Oh, faham, faham, faham. Okay. Now, this is like this. Okay. So, do one by one. So, A bar, B bar, C bar. Okay. After you finish that, now, look at the next part. What does it need? A dot B bar. So, you continue with A, B bar, new column. And then B, C bar. Okay. B, C bar. And then C, A bar. It's basically the same thing as A bar dot C. Okay, so basically it's the same thing, but you can just do that. Okay, whichever do you prefer. And then lastly, you combine all X is equal to A B bar plus B C bar plus C A bar, and then now you combine it. Okay, now you do this, okay, as simple as you can, because of on the test it will not be like this. It can be a combination of three input, B C A bar, something like that. So, and sometimes in a parentheses. Okay, regardless, you divide it into small, and then you combine it back again so that you will get the whole expressions. Okay. Now, okay, please do that for expression a 6B. Do 6B. 6A is quite easy. Okay, the answer for 6A is actually all of the combination for this. Okay, for 6A, all combination will give an output 1, except the first one, this one. Except this one will give 0. Okay, so the answer should be all 1 except this one. 0, 0, 0 will give a output 0. So I would prefer that you do the exercise 6B. Yeah. Okay. Now let's look at the 7. Convert the following expression to sum of product. Very easy. Very easy. Okay, now what it asks you to do is that, okay, convert this into a sum of product. So to convert this, you just need to open the bracket. Okay, open the bracket. This is a D bar. My word cannot see the bar there, so I put an apostrophe there. And then for each of the expression, because both is a bracket, they have a both bracket, means that this is one post term, this is one post term. Now, we need to remove the bracket. So, to remove the bracket, okay, expand the expression. So, you multiply for each of the expression. So what should you get is AC plus D bar plus AD. I'll just rearrange it. It doesn't matter. And then D bar. D and D bar. So it's just asking you to follow convert to the SOP. So the same things can be done, but this one is like a tricky question. Okay, except that if you can understand what does it mean for this expression. So it says here BC plus DE, but with a prose expression BC bar plus DE. So if we want to remove the bracket, so which expression do we need to multiply? Do we need to multiply with the BC or we just multiply with DE only? So the answer is that look at the bracket. So in which side does the bracket needs to multiply? So if it's on the BC here, on the BC side, then you need to multiply BC with the BC bar plus DE, this post expression. But right now, the bracket here is after the second terms here, DE. So you just need to multiply this one. Okay, only the DE will be multiplied with the bracket, the expression inside the bracket, but not the BC, yeah? Okay, so don't get confused, understand the expression. Okay, now this one is, question 7 is quite easy, but the question 8 will be a little bit, you need to have a lot of understanding about the rules. So for this one, you need to open your notes. Okay, open your lecture notes and then open the rules. Okay, so and then using the rules that has been given, try to simplify the following expression. Now, let's go to the second question. Use economic. Economic ke tadi soalan tu? No, question 8. Okay, question 8. I forgot to put it there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me. Okay. Now, I'll just copy the word simplify. Okay, so that. Okay. Okay, so let's answer the question 8A. So what do we need to do? What do you need to do? You remove the bracket. Remove the bracket first, and then try to answer the questions based on the rules that has been given. Okay, so let's say I'll answer for the 8A. Actually, the 8A is quite tricky for you. Okay, so it's a combination. So means that 8A means A with the bracket KA plus A prime B. Now, you can either solve this A plus A prime B, okay, with the expressions, or you can just remove the bracket, okay, using a distributive law. Now, we remove it by multiplying inside of it, okay, so just multiply just like that. So, AA plus A bar dot B. Now, okay, remember the roles that has been given. Okay, so AA is equivalent to A. Okay, so means that you will have A plus A bar dot B. So now, because A has been simplified, all right? Because this has been simplified, you can just simplify the next terms. So this one has A dot A bar dot B. So look at the expressions or rules. Okay, the same one, A and A bar. So A dot A bar. Look at the rules set in the lecture notes. It should say A dot A bar is actually 0. Okay, and 0 dot B. What will happen? It will become 0 also. So in this case, A plus 0 is actually A. So the final answer is A. So it depends on types of, it depends on the rules or the style or the solutions that you want to do. Sometimes we solve it within the bracket. Okay, means that if it's similar to a certain um conditions, to a certain rules, you can solve it. Okay, you can just directly solve it and then you can multiply the outside factor after that. Doesn't matter. But also, you can do my style. Okay, either way is okay. Now, question B. Okay, I'll guide you how to do that. Now, here A, B bar C, okay, plus A bar dot BC plus A bar B bar dot C. Now, the trick is that we simplify it based on two expression and then we try to simplify it. Okay, so the first thing first is that you look at the similar variable that we can pair it together. So in this case, this is a B bar C, but if you want to look similar A, you don't, because the rest of the expression has A bar, means that A cannot be paired together. Now look at B bar and C. So do we have B bar and C? This is a BC, not similar. And then we have B bar and C. Now this is very similar. The third one is similar to the first term. So write a pair one, okay, between these two, because we have similar B bar dot C. This one also B bar dot C. Okay, now let me erase it back again, so that it will not be messy. Too messy. Okay, let me close it. Okay, now. So the first pair has been grouped together. Now, what about the second terms? Okay, the second term, is there any similar variable with the others? Okay, for the first term, it's not similar because we have two different variables, A and B. But for the third terms here, we have similar. Why? We have A bar. B is not same because we have B and B bar, but C we have similar. Okay, C is C. So A bar dot C means they can be paired together. Now, once you pair it together, we can use the rules. A is equal to A plus A. So means that A bar dot B bar dot C can be multiplied. Okay, so that we can pair for each of the first term. Okay, now we use these rules so to duplicate it. So you write A B bar C plus, because this can be duplicated, the third term can be duplicated. So I put A bar B bar C. And then copy with the second pair, A bar, okay, B C plus, okay, again with this same pair, A bar B bar C. Now, we can pair it together. You can factorize it. Now, what do we need to do? The similar one will be outside. The not similar one will be inside the bracket. Now, this one is similar. B bar C, So, B bar C. And put a bracket A plus A bar. Like that one. Okay, do the same pair. Okay, this time, this is A bar and C, the one that is similar. A bar C, and then the inside of the bracket will be the one that is not the same. B and B bar. B or B bar. So, you can use the reasons. Okay, A plus A bar is equal to 1. Okay, so, and then 1, just use it. So, B bar C bracket 1 plus A bar C bracket 1. So, what happened with the 1? A dot 1 is equal to A. Now we can cancel this. Okay, you can cancel this, cancel this. You will get B bar C plus A bar C. Now, can we simplify it again? No, we cannot because we have a different input. Okay, you have different input, B bar and A bar. So we cannot do anything else. So we just leave it like that. Okay, so that is for the simplification. We want to try to simplify it. Right. And then question 9. Okay, design a logic circuit with input P, Q, and R so that output S is high whenever P is 1 or whenever Q or equal R is equal to 0. So provide the truth table, Boolean expression, and draw a logic circuit. So question 9 and question 10 is very similar to the subjective questions in the midterm. They gave you problem and then you need to solve it. Okay, now sometimes they would give you like this, prepare the truth table or provide the truth table. Write the Boolean expression and draw a logic circuit. It doesn't say anything about simplification, but in actual fact, you have to simplify it to draw the logic circuit because that's a lot of expressions there. Now, it's a silent questions means that you need to simplify it to make it easier for you to draw the logic circuit. Okay, so for questions 9, I will give it to you, but question 10 will be your lab assessment means that you need to solve it. Now, let me check what time is it. Okay, so I hope I can finish this. I'll finish the question 9 and then the rest, okay, you should be able to answer it lah. Okay, now for question 9. Okay, design the logic circuit. Okay. Question 9 belum lagi. Belum. Let's set a break first. Okay. Udah dah. Okay. Okay, now design a logic circuit with input P, Q, and R so that output S is high whenever P is 1 or whenever Q, R is equal to 0. So determine the output. So output is S. Then what is input? Input is P, Q, R. Now determine the relationship. So condition. Okay, write the condition. Okay, so it says that whenever P is 1, okay, and then there's OR there, okay, or whenever Q and R is equal to 0. So it says here, Q is equal to R is equal to 0. It says that. Now, this condition can be met, okay, either or here. Here it says or. So means that or condition. We use or condition, okay? Now, provide the truth table. Provide the truth table. Very easy. Very easy for you to do that. Now, for the truth table, okay, write the P, Q, and then R. And then, okay, what will be the S? What will be the S? Now, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and then 1, 0, 0, then 1, 0, 1, and then 1, 1, 0, and then 1, 1, 1. Now, look at the condition. Okay, it says that, okay, for each of the situation or for each of the combination, okay, we look at the condition. Does it match or not? Okay, now here it says that P is 0. So this one does not match. P is equal to 1. It should be P is equal to 1. Now, let's look at the Q. Q and R. Here it says Q and R must be equal to 0. So Q and R is 0. And the condition is OR. Okay, can be met as OR. Means that S will become 1. Because OR means that if one of the condition is 0 and the other condition is 1, the output will become 1. So here means that P is not 1. Okay, so it's a condition as a 0. But Q and R is equivalent to 0. Means that the condition is 1. So 0 or 1 is 1. So S is equal to 1. Now P is 0, but Q and R is not equal to 0. So output is 0. This one is also 0. This one is also 0. Okay, because 1 and 1 is not equal to 0. Now let's look at P here. P is equal to 1. So automatically, if one of the condition is 1, the rest doesn't matter. If 1 plus 1 is also 1, this is also 1. The truth table, remember the truth table, 0 plus 0 is 0, like that. So here, because P is equal to 1, automatically this will become 1, this is become 1, this will become 1, this will become 1. Okay, now you have the condition, you have the truth table. Okay, you have the truth table. What's next is that express the Boolean. Okay, express the Boolean. Okay, so in this case, I would suggest that you use the SOP. Use the SOP to do the to simplify it. Now use the SOP. In this case, you use P bar, Q bar, R bar, and then P, Q bar, R bar, and then P, Q bar, R, and then P, Q, R bar, and then P, Q, R. Now try to simplify this. Okay, try to simplify this using a Boolean expression. Okay, using a Boolean expression, yes, you can use the same method as I have show it to you before. Or, okay, if you are not sure what will be the answer, if you are not sure what will be the answer, but the answer, the final answer should be, you should simplify it as S is equal to P plus U bar R bar. The final answer should be this one. Okay, try. You want to find out the answer like this, okay? The easiest way is to draw using a Kano map. But the questions ask provide the Boolean expression. Okay, but it doesn't ask you, can I use the Boolean law or Boolean Kano map? It doesn't ask. It's just asking simplify the Boolean expression. Okay, just represent the Boolean expression and draw the logic circuit. So in this case, you can use the Kano map. Okay, so to draw the Kano map, I'll use this PQ at the bottom and then R lah. Okay, now should become like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this will become 0, this will become 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Now, based on the expressions there, okay, just use the coordinate 0, 0, 0 means 0, 1. Allah Akbar, kutu saya balik. Okay, 1. Okay, let me scroll. Okay, 1, 0, 0, 0 is 1. And then 1, 0, 0. Okay, 1, 0, 0 here. And then 1, 0, 1 here. And then 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Now, remember how to group. We group the largest one. Okay, you group the largest one. And then this one can be grouped with the one at the bottom here. So I'll use, nak guna color apa hijau. I'll use the green color. Now, because this is adjacent to the bottom one, so this can become a half circle with this one. See? So it's adjacent. 0, 0, and 1, 0. The one that is similar is this, 0 and 0 here. So for the green circle here, okay, look at the one that has the same coordinate, same state. Okay, P bar and Q can be cancelled. 0 and 1 can be cancelled. What's left is Q bar. So write the row first, Q bar. And then now look at the column. The column is on 0. So 0 means R bar. So write R bar here. Okay. Now next is the bigger circle here. Okay, look at the row. The row is between P, Q, and P, Q bar. So Q and Q bar can be cancelled. So what's left is P. Eh, aduh, R pula jadinya. Okay, hold on. Okay, now it's become P. Okay, what will be the column? The column is between 0 and 1 because this stretch, okay, the whole column, 0, 1. So when we combine 0, 1, R will be cancelled. So what's left is P. Okay, so the final answer should be S is equal to P plus Q bar R bar. See? So using a kind of map is actually much more faster. Okay. But some of the condition will not be able, you will not be able to simplify it. But the normal one, yes, we can use the kind of map. And then draw the logic circuit. So once you have this answer, okay, you have the simplified expression, you can draw the logic circuit. Okay. So so you can draw this. Okay, you can left it like that. But let's say some of you was asking, oh, okay, how about if we just need to prove it using a Boolean expression? Yes, sometimes they would ask you like that. So you need to have some way. So I would suggest that this is your Karomet is your reassurance to make sure that you can answer it. You want to find the final answer. So means that, oh, okay, my simplification must be able to achieve this expression. The final answer should be P plus Q bar R bar. So you write it. P bar, Q bar, R bar, and then plus P, Q bar, R bar, and then plus, okay, P, Q bar R plus P, Q, R bar, okay, and then P, Q, R plus P, Q, R. Now, okay, so P bar, Q bar, R bar can be paired together with this. Okay, so 1 and 1 because of Q bar and R bar, okay, can only be paired with this one, okay? Now, so what about the others? Okay, so this one, okay, this one can be paired together. So this is second pair, okay, between P, Q, R bar and P, Q, R. Okay, so remember, the last answer should have a P, So means that we need to look at the P here. P, 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 P means that we can get the final answer as a P. Okay, so we need to rearrange it to make sure that it is we can achieve that output. Now the second pair is a PQR bar and PQR. So what about PQ bar R? Okay, so remember we want to make sure that P can be achieved. So because we want to pair it between PQ, okay, remember we want the second pair, we want to pair between PQ, that means that we want to make sure, okay, the third pair also have the same state, okay, has the same variable. So PQ also, but this one is using PQ bar. So look at the left side here. We have PQ bar also, but we have R bar and R, means that we can cancel the R again. Okay, now use the third pair, okay, with the terms P, Q bar, R bar as the third pair also. Now, P, Q bar, R bar will be duplicate. Okay, means that A is equal to A plus A. Now, rearrange it. Okay, we rearrange it. So, let me scroll down because this is too short. So, I will write it P bar, Q bar, R bar plus P, Q bar, R bar. Okay, I will duplicate again because this is for the third pair. So P, Q bar, R bar plus P, Q bar, R plus P, Q, R bar plus P, Q, R. Now, we have the pair that then we can group it together and factorize it. Now, this one is Q bar, R bar that is similar, can become a factor. The one that is not the same, we put it inside the bracket. P bar plus P and then plus. This one is P Q bar, okay? So P Q bar, R bar plus R. And then plus P Q, R bar plus R. Now, what's left is Q bar R bar 1 plus PQ bar 1 plus PQ 1. Okay, so we have Q bar R bar plus PQ bar plus PQ. Now, can we group together between PQ bar and PQ? Yes. Yes, you can. Now, alamak, ke bawah pula. Okay. I'll continue with the next page. Get it. All right. Now, we group it together. Okay, so we can write it as Q bar R bar is equal plus with P Q bar plus Q. Now, what's left is Q bar R bar plus P1, which we can cancel. We can rearrange it. Now, P plus Q bar R bar. See that? Okay? So, yes, you can do it like that. Okay, but some of you will question, okay, can we compare it with the others? You will have a different answer. Mana pergi pen saya? Ni. Now you will have a different answer. For example, let's say you pair this third part, the third pair here with this one. Then you will have a different answer. You will have a different answer. Trust me. Now, so to do that, you need to do some trial and error. So it will take time. So the fastest one is using the Map. And then you can do some virtual or simulation in your mind. Which one will give me the answer P? So means that the pairing must be the same. So that's why I'm using this is a PQ. Then means that I need to use the same thing, PQ bar, so that I can cancel it after that. Right? And then question bukan ni. Okay. Okay, please continue with question 10. That will be your submission that you need to do. So the one that I did not show you, that's the question that you need to answer. Now, 11, yes, also the same thing. Use a Map to reduce its expression to a minimum form. So, okay, so use a Map to reduce the expression to a minimum form. So what you can do is that convert this because you have how many inputs? A, B, C, right? So you only have 3 expressions. Okay, but for the AB here, okay, so AB can be what? Can be C bar plus C, which means A, B, C bar plus A, B, C. Now you have this expression, including A, B bar C plus A, B, C. Convert it to to binary numbers. So this would become sorry. This should be 110. This should be 111, and then you can convert it into a Kano map. So using the Kano map like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be 0, 0. This is 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. 10, then you should be able to put a number, okay, on the kind of map. Okay, so this should be AB, this is a C. Yes, just map it. Okay, they just want to know, can you map on the kind of map and then reduce it to become a minimum expression. Okay, so find that answer on your own. So means that question 11 should be done for A and B. Okay, the same thing happens for the question 12. Okay, so for question 12, also map to the corner map. Okay, and then put the output there. Okay, but this one, okay, for question 11, only the expression that is mentioned will give an output 1. The rest will become 0, okay? So here, let's say for AB bar C, and plus ABC, so only these 4 expression would give an output 1. Also the same thing for the question 11B here, eh? So 11B here, this one A bar B bar C bar D bar, A bar B bar C bar D, A B C D, A B C D bar. This, okay, output is 1. Okay, so the output will become 1 lah. Okay, but this one, they gave you a 2 table with a combination. Now map it to the Kano map and then simplify it using the Kano map rules. Okay, and then derive the Boolean expressions. So that's it. So I'm sure that you don't have a lab today, until 12 o'clock. So I've extended it until 12:59 for you to submit it. Please make sure you submit it as early as possible. Those who need to go for Jummah prayer, so please finish it as soon as possible. Okay. So the submission is individual. Write it. You can discuss it, but you must answer on your own. So, is there any questions? Ada apa soalan? Any question?